We've got render IDs that I need to fix, so let me make those really fast. Crap. Let's see, renders already fix. Have any punk in them? Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's Alex's. Ghost chamber. Var, I need biobeacon ID equals 0. Var condensation array ID equals 0. Var cybermat disintegrator ID equals 0. Well, so think of it. It wants to get knowledge. That's really all it wants to do. That's the only reason it's in your head, is because you were able to take it out of its place that doesn't have much knowledge to learn. Except you've got limited space in your brain, and you kind of need your brain. And it kind of needs to start storing things again. So the question there becomes, how does that resolve? Oh, good night, Lockworker. Good night, Alex. Awesome job on what I'm seeing so far, man. That's pretty awesome. Does it only work with seeds, or does it work with other stuff? Really fast before you go. Okay. I just use a base class. What? Sorry, there's so much boilerplate to hold things together. What I'm doing right now is basically, since those are custom models, obviously, there has to be something around that knows how to render them. And that's all bound together by IDs. And so it was asking for IDs, it wasn't getting any, because it renders them once I start to place them, which I really should have considered the first time. Proxy client. Yeah, you're my rubber duck right now. For those of you who don't know, it's rubber duck debugging. It's basically explaining to people who don't necessarily know what's going on, explaining it so that I can figure out what's going on, because by explaining it. Oh shit. I don't have a renderer for it. Hopefully it works. I just want to make sure that everything works. If you do, if it doesn't work, oh well, it's too bad. Basically, I just want to be able to place the block in the world so that when I start programming tile entity behaviors, it well, I can test them out in the world. So because if they get placed, right, they need to be able to exist in the world for tile entities to exist. Oh, okay. Here goes. There we go. Okay, it looks like it worked. Hold on. No, it's not. Okay, it worked partially. Oh, right. I don't actually, ah, I'm dumb. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. I need to do something real fast. Alright, told you it'd be fast. Okay, so let's pull this behavior from this one. Ah. Right then. Hold on. I'm making sure is I want to make sure that because this is kind of a weird structure. The way my multi-blocks work is that I've got a specific block inside the whole multi-block structure that is quote unquote the controller. So all the other blocks, shoot, all the other blocks basically know where that controller is. They get told while the block exists that hey, basically the multi-block, all the blocks that need to be there to make a multi-block are there. All of you, this is the controller block, and you should now consider yourselves a multi-block basically. Now this is a weird system, is because not only is in a multi-block in the sense that there's a base which constructs the blocks, but those blocks themselves, those machines, are each, as you can saw, they are all individually controlled. So they're a multi-block, but they also need to know of the location of the controller of the base, because the base is a multi-block. There's multiple blocks that form it up, and there's one particular one that takes over behavior for that. So I'm making sure that all bit works correctly, so I know that I can basically take Alex's code and use it for everything else. Oops, that's how they don't. Come on. Shift right click. There you go. So I need one of these. I need seed. So like for example, you can see that's a block, so this is a 2x2 block, multi-block. Except only one of these is the actual controller. But so if I open up here and I right-click this block, I right-click this block, I right-click this block, they all go to one of these specific blocks, which stores the information. So all of these all just point to that one and redirect me there. And yeah, when I break it, that'll happen, which is great. So okay, so his stuff does work, so I can safely take that over to my machines. Oops. There we go. Base controller. Oh, world base controller, okay. I put that in the wrong spot. How about if I actually put that in the correct spot? So this is tile growth chamber, I want tile bio beacon. This is block growth chamber, I want block bio beacon. Okay, so I need to copy these two fields from tile. I need to throw these basically in all my stuff right now. And so this is the stuff that tracks basically at what index in that whole stack the machine's at, and then what's the position of that specific controller block in the base. Now for these machines in particular, since we're operating off the single block, stalk, base, whatever you want to call it, the controller block is the block. It's the only block, but this needs to work for the 2 and the 3 as well, which is the point. So now, okay, so this found it. So that means that's all we needed to get this to work. So theoretically, I should just be like, I know, copy paste, but this could potentially change. Oops, actually it's not copy paste because I have to change the type. What this should mean though it's actually a bit awkward too. Hold on a second. So here's the funny part is that the reason I still need the multi-block thing is because there's going to be things popping up. For example, the bio beacon. I'll show you once the and the grasping vines. So once I get this working, I'll show you what the funny bit is. The idea being there's going to be both multi-blocks and there's going to be single blocks in here. But the single blocks are still going to be told to form a multi-block. With the way this is currently set up. Which is absolutely nothing wrong with it, it's just extra information they have to track, even though it's always going to be a specific state. It's basically like, here's a list of things to do, and by default that list will always be a size of 1, but you have to keep treating it as if it's going to be the potential for more. Because at any point in time, if I want to, I can go change the size of one of these. And it'll work exactly the same, but only if I keep that strange behavior.